Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Monday the 2nd of the 8th, 2021. Time has just gone 04:30, 4:30 in the morning GMT. Asian session coming to close, European session firing up, our lunchtime, North American session right. Friday then the 30th of the 7th, which was the last trading day, we had a negative opposed driver in the pound at minus 100. Front and back door flows mainly going into the dollar at plus 99, into the euro at plus 7, and the yen was the negative rock at minus 6, activity plus or minus 106. The pound was just the negative opposed driver, as you can see, minus 100 plays plus 99. Over the week then, last week we had a negative unopposed driver in the dollar at minus 320. No backdoor flows, the opposing positive flows mainly going into the pound at plus 215, into the euro at plus 88, and the yen was the positive rock at plus 17, activity plus or minus 320. So Friday we had the pound was weak, and over the week itself we had dollar weakness, but we had pound strength. So for this to come back to 215, it must have been 315. So about a third of the pound strength came off, and it went into basically the dollar, as you can see. So you had this reversal come through. So over the week then you had dollar weakness and pound strength, but they started to reverse on Friday. And intraday then we've got, which is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago, we've got a continuation of this pound weakness. It's the unopposed negative driver, minus 35, no front backdoor flows. The opposing positive flows going into the yen at plus 24, into the euro at plus 10, and the dollar was the positive rock at plus 1, activity plus or minus 35. What's going to knock it about this week? There's a lot of stuff on. So we've got today, Monday the 2nd, we've got German retail sales, US manufacturing PMI. Tomorrow, Tuesday the 3rd, we've got Reserve Bank of Australia rates decision, NZD employment change, which is tier 1 event. And Wednesday the 4th, we've got AUD retail sales, Euro retail sales, US ADP report, which is a pre-runner to the NFP, and US service PMIs. Thursday the 5th, we've got the Bank of England pound rates decision, and Friday we've got the NFP itself. So early week we've got this AUD and NZD issues, and then we're moving into midweek, we're moving into ADP report, and focus will go on NFP later in the week. Right, so that's where we are. Our trades have improved a little bit. The only one that's lagging is the pound, the long pound Swiss, which is underwater at the moment, and that's due to technical issues really if you look at the charts. But we're looking for much bigger longer term moves on that. So let's have a look at the flows then. So the euro is strong except against the yen, which is stronger. The yen is strong except against the Swiss, which is stronger. The pound is weak except against the New Zealand dollar. The Swiss is strong except against the dollar and the euro. The CAD is weak except against the pound and the New Zealand. The AUD is weak except against the pound, the CAD and the NZD. The NZD is weak across the board, and the dollar is strong, except against the yen and the euro. So what have we got? We've got New Zealand weakness across the board, and we've got strength in the yen, which is sort of take your pick in the middle really. So which is classic sort of risk off flows. Right. So let's have a look at the asset classes before we tidy this up. So we'll start as usual with the US dollar index. So US dollar index. What have we got? We've got basically this. It's had this break. It's come right back. It's 0.33 from the high. It's come off a third from the high. Basically, the dollar index. Gold has got this this minor double top look to it. Sub there. It's 0.43 from the high. So gold's still soft. Oil basically looks like this. It's 0.28 from the high. So it's come off its highs, but it's still doing pretty well. Wall Street's got this triple top, and it's pretty much near the top. The S&P basically likewise. They're near their tops, and the tech just sub high. So what else we got? We've got US 10-year, and this is the price of the bond. So we had a break in the price, yields are coming off, and now the price is coming back up again, so yields are coming off again in the US 10-year. The bond, which is the European equivalent, has got this sort of look to it. Basically it's broken up on price, yields have come off, so we've got soft yields in the US and in the EUR. Right, so copper, remember, had this long period of chop, then it broke out, and it's now come back a bit, and it's chopping here, and it's 0.30 from the high, so it's come back about a third, just under a third. And US steel is getting a bit of a boost from the infrastructure bill, but it's still 0.40 from the high, so it's not fully with it, but it's getting better. Right, so let's get rid of that, and then we'll just make some final comments on today. As I said, we've got last week flows. We've got the intraday flows and the Asian session, and we've got Friday's closing flows. Right, so let's have a look. So last week then we had the weak dollar driving the market to the exclusion of all else. However, Friday you had a bit of dollar strength, and the pound was starting to come off. In the Asian session, we've got a continuation of pound weakness, which is the unopposed negative driver, and we've also got New Zealand weakness across the board. So you're likely to see, and bearing in mind the structure of the economic calendar, we've got Tuesday we've got the RBA, Reserve Bank of Australia, and New Zealand employment data, and Wednesday we've got AUD retail sales. So it's boxing in on that. So the NZD is seriously pumped, so it's likely to come off. Plus you've got this risk-off scenario, but you've got equities at or near their highs. They're vulnerable to a pullback, but and if you look at the flows in the Asian session, we're starting to see a bit of yen strength again. So it's likely you're going to see equities at best going sideways, and if not coming down a bit. Then you're going to get yen strength, and you're likely to get pound weakness going towards this rates decision. So you got yen strength. Where are we? So we've got dollar, euro, yen pound. So you've got pound weakness, yen strength. You're likely to see this is likely to be knocked about neutrally. The dollar neutral to high. So you've got high yen, high there, and you're likely to see neutral to soft euro. Neutral to rising euro. So that's where we are really, and the New Zealand dollar is likely to get quite a hit, or we would think. So anyway, we'll see how we go. It's quite a complex start to the week, but I hope that was useful. See you again tomorrow for the daily briefing. Thank you very much.